listening to Bj'orn Pierre's music. I see he joined. This is my favorite. Well, I don't know which one is my favorite because I like all his songs, but this one really hits home. Hey, Abby.
Fall in love with the world, it's time to break up. No time to play, this time's to pray. Open up your Bible and read what it says. We're living in the very last days. We're living in the iron and clay. Perilous times gonna come, but we just in the trial. When the time comes, don't get caught in the fire. Where you gonna stand when you're down to the wire? Now it's just a fire dream. Get up, maybe for the fire kill. I say this fire kill. This just a fire kill. Don't get caught up in the hocus pocus. Christians focus. This just a fire kill. Get up, maybe for the fire kill. I say this fire kill. This just a fire drill. And don't get caught up in the hocus pocus. Christians focus. This just a fire. Oh, this just a fire God. This just a fire flame. This just a fire drill. I know it's the critics and the skeptics. The only thing they believe is the metrics. So they're sitting from the TV watching Netflix.
Those who are wondering what's happening, so each night, well, not every night, but at least 3 nights out of the week, we've been going live with. Hey.
Good evening.
What's up? What's up? Good evening, Bj'orn.
Flavia.
Well, that works. But most of them over here, they know me as Flavia.
Flavia.
You know, Flavor with the I.
Yeah. What's up?
So, I'm just letting them know what's happening. So, for those of you who are new tonight, we're going live with the artists for my concert on the 2nd, which is Saturday night coming. And it's going to be great. Tonight, we're talking to Bj'orn Pierre. Love his music. Love his writing ability. I don't know how many of you, I sent out a broadcast message. I don't know how many of you listened to the one that I sent, but trust me, like, I love how he pens his words. You can know when somebody reads. Do you read? I probably should have asked that first.
Do I read like novels and books and stuff?
Well, read enough in terms of to get content to put to a song. It sounds like you read.
I read the Bible. That's the only book I read, really. Besides that, I don't really read much other things other than that. I don't really like to read books that much. But if I get a good book, I'll read it.
I get you. So yeah, we're live with Bj'orn Pierre from Trinidad and Tobago. And tonight's gonna be fun. This is the first time we're having a conversation. Well, we had a conversation earlier, but it was really short. So the kind of issue don't count. So this is the first time we're having a conversation. So we're going to see how this goes. It should be interesting. Yep. So tell us, so what I've been doing, let me just pause this. I don't want to play out all your songs at once. I've been asking the artists that come on to just describe yourself using 5 words.
Okay.
So if there are 5 words that would sum up who you are as an individual, what would those 5 words be?
Christian.
Okay.
Creative. What's that word? The word is not coming to me, but the word is not coming to me. Christian, creative. 3. This is you swear somebody else are talking about, right? I'm Christian, I'm creative. Clown.
All right.
2 more. This feels like an exam. Christian, creative, clown. I feel like if I trying to start all the words the same way. What's the last
I
2?
mean, that too.
Unorthodox.
Okay.
And lastly, well, this is not a word, it's more like 3 words. Do it yourself.
Okay, I have to explain that one.
All right. So, more or less, I like to figure out how to do things. I like to learn new things and do new things, especially if it benefits me.
Mm-hmm.
So Like I do mechanic work on my own car. I shoot my own videos, well, with the help of my team, edit, produce, write. And these things came about because of a lack of availability, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
So I kind of have an entrepreneurial spirit. I need to plug in this phone. Yeah.
Is it dying? The battery dying?
Time, man. We have some time.
All right. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you, even though there are limited resources, you don't allow it to stop what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I really appreciate that. I think a lot of people, because they don't have the resources and stuff, they're like, sure,
Yeah.
I know for me. And it kind of just leave it alone and find something else that's less complicated to do, which takes a whole lot less effort. So I applaud that you have taken the initiative to, you know, find means and ways of getting the stuff that you need to do done. So we were listening to some of your songs earlier. I'm going to play another one. This one is called Name Call.
Yes.
I was telling them that I don't know which one is my favorite because they're all so well written. I feel like No Better Roses is probably my favorite. Hey, Gamel. Chandra is in the house. So Chandra was troubling Renee yesterday because Renee was troubling Chandra the night before. There's a game that we play, but we'll get to that shortly.
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 Father, cover me. Look at the weather, things not getting better, the place getting colder. The angels that you put to hold back, moving slowly letting it go. The devil is fighting stronger than before, trying to take over me. Lord, Father, cover me. Earthquakes are coming, and pestilences have the blessing a mess. With all that's going on lately, I'm asking myself, have I lived according to what you commanded? In the end, oh Father, where will I be standing? Because after all them songs that I sing, after all them people I bring, after all them things that I did, Lord, this life that I live, God, I hope that is not in vain. When you come again, it could be a shame if I don't have a name. After all them souls that I win, after all them places I've been, after all this time that I give, God, this life that I live, Lord, I hope that is not in vain. When you come again, it could be a shame if I don't have a name. God, I need your company. Don't move your cover off of me. There's not just the devil come for me, but sometimes my greatest enemy is my own counsel when I'm struggling. Lord, keep my feet from stumbling. And before you cleanse the old time, must go to work on my own salvation with fear and trembling. Temptations I feel it. God, I need your shielding. And anything that don't look like you inside of me, Lord, reveal it. When you send your angels out to the world to cover scores with your ceiling, I hope and pray that my life can change. It could be a shame if you leave me. After all them songs that I sing, after all them people I bring, after all them things that I did, Lord, this life that I live, Lord, I hope that is not in vain. When you come again, it could be a shame if I don't have a name. After all them songs that I win, after all them places I've been, after all this time that I give, God, this life that I live, Lord, I hope that is not in vain. When you come again, it could be a shame if I don't have a name. God. So there's a book that has been opened, and there are names that God has written down. And if my life's not in right standing, I stand the chance of being blotted out. Now is not the time for doubting. God, I need to know what I'm about. I don't need the money and fame. Lord, when you come again, I just want your name. After all them songs that I sing, after all them people I bring, after all them things that I did, Lord, this life that I live, Lord, that is not in vain. When you come again, It could be a shame if I don't have a need. After all them souls that I'm winning, after all them places I've been, after all this life that I give, God, this life that I live, Lord, I hope that is not in vain. When you come again, it could be a shame if I don't have a need. God, I just want you to name, God, I just want you to know your name, God. This life that I live, this life that I live, Lord. Nothing better. Come again, when you come again, a shame will be a shame. Love, just for you and me, 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 yeah. When you come again, it gonna be a shame if I don't have a name call.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's like he'll take the simplest rhythm. I feel like he's one of those people that you can probably just give him 3 chords, 1, 4, 5, throw the song, and it's just the most amazing lyrics strategy to do. You wonder if it's a more complicated progression.
Yeah.
Like, no. What goes into your writing? Like
The
how?
Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Holy Spirit. That's the best way I could say it. But I think I cut you. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying that's really good, amen.
Yeah.
Because especially a song like this, it's so necessary for the time that we're in. You know, God is coming soon, and it would really be a shame if a lot of us in the gospel music industry, particularly, we're here singing all these lovely songs and everything, and then you know, when Judgment Day comes, God's like, "Depart from me, I know you know."
Exactly.
that I don't know how I would feel.
Yep.
So it really is a timely message. I saw Gamel say Judgment song.
Yeah,
100%.
𝗕𝗷''𝗿𝗵𝗃 just commented. He's actually the producer of the song. Judah
You
Peters.
You did a really good job, Judah.
Awesome.
Sean Dre said, "Song a real boy." Melia said, "Glad I joined." That's. I'm happy. I'm happy you're enjoying it so far. So I think by now everybody would understand what I mean by Bj'orn being a really good writer. And I appreciate people who put out good content. And consistent with it as well. How many songs have you released since 2020?
Since 2020.
I know you put out Fire Drill. I know this one as well. Was there another?
Fire Drill, Name Call, Touch Not My Anointed.
There's more.
Will You Marry Me and Will You Marry Me, the reggae remix. Done by Judah Peters as well. Yeah,
you see that, guys? 5 in 1 year. That's really good. Judah, you're a really good producer, trust me.
Yeah,
right up for this season, definitely. So we're continuing. So I'm going to be asking some other questions now. What genre of music did you grow up listening to? Was it always gospel music? What's the influence?
I grew up listening to music. Like, my family is a musical family. My father had so many records in the house. So the key one would be, every morning before church, you'll be hearing I can't remember the name. I think it's the Lighthouse Keepers or something. It was something is a name like that. They do quartet music, So I grew up around harmonies. I love harmonies because of that. Besides that, you see Michael Jackson and what's this guy's name? Why am I forgetting names? Stevie Wonder, right? The young Stevie Wonder. I was always drawn to the way they could tell a story and the way they could bring out the emotion with the story, and I grew up listening to these songs, Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, and a lot of soul music as well. I love soul music, yeah.
Do you think there's any one artist or maybe there's like a handful that you can definitely say affected how your music is delivered or written? Do you think there are any artists that you can say, yeah, definitely because of this person?
I could say 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗿𝗵𝗺.
Oh, look at that. It's the same thing for John Mark.
Yeah,
He
because sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗿𝗵𝗺 is the first time I heard his song Johnny. And
Ah,
he sang it and recorded a version and has it and put it on YouTube. And I was so amazed by the storytelling and the writing. And so many of 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗿𝗵𝗺's songs are like that. And that's when I realized you could deliver good gospel messages besides the typical surface level gospel music, because it was
yeah.
always interesting to listen to all his songs from beginning to end, because it wasn't just repetitive stuff, but it was a story in a melody.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely must say 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗿𝗵𝗺. He's not the only one, but he played a key role. His music plays a
I
key
get
role
you.
of his music.
He's definitely one of the top ones here in Jamaica. Um, oh, what else do I want to ask? Oh, I asked Renee this yesterday. What do you think is your what do you think is your least used talent?
My
A talent that probably no one knows about.
least used talent. Least used talent. I can. I think I use all. I think I use all. I honestly think I use all.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
So question, do you play an instrument?
Not very well. I can go behind any instrument and it may seem like I can play it. I can fold the floor. But I'm most comfortable with between a piano and a guitar.
Okay.
I
All right.
like guitar more than piano. Yeah.
If you weren't so busy tonight, I'd ask you to go play guitar. We did a little experiment with Renee yesterday. That was funny. So that's good. So you can play an instrument. I advise any artists that are on here right now, try and learn at least the basics for an instrument. It really helps with songwriting.
Yep.
It really does. So for those of you who are on here who, you're into the music business, you're a singer, but currently you don't know how to play an instrument as yet, I advise you to, go and learn one. Even if it's the basics, it really does help with songwriting. Chandra
Seconded.
says he agrees. So moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, moving on. What advice, since you've started your music ministry, what do you think would be the best advice you've been given so far? If you can pinpoint one thing somebody probably said to you.
Don't stop. Someone actually came to me right in a show and she was like, the crowd didn't really respond that much. And she was like, keep doing it. That was a really good ministry performance you just did. And don't stop. Keep doing it, And it helps. It helps to be consistent. It helps to continue pushing, because as you push and as you pursue something consistently, you get better at it. And it definitely is the key to being good at something.
So true. So question, with that advice in this COVID climate that we're having now, do you think all right, how has it affected your music ministry?
It did not affect it in terms of, it affected it in terms of shows, like concerts, but it did not affect it in terms of, it affected it positively in terms of, the muse and creativity and getting more concepts to write on, because I mean, Fire Drill came out of the pandemic as well, so it didn't affect it that much. It's kind of bittersweet.
I understand. So has there been a moment in your music ministry that you felt like, why am I even doing this? Or has it always been on the same level? You've always felt called, you've always felt worthy of what God has put you in?
There has been a moment, and it took me really assessing my entire life and realizing that, this talent God has given you, I can't help but create, and I just knew it would be a win-win if I could create and bring glory to God. And
so were you always in, oh, sorry, continue.
No, go ahead. I think you'll help me
Oh,
answer.
I was asking if you were always in gospel music. Did you start off doing gospel?
No,
or
I didn't. I started off doing rap music. I was a rapper. Yeah. So in secondary school, I loved to listen to people like Kanye West. And I was a rapper. I didn't even have my Trini accent. I had a foreign accent, Yeah. And all those things were just not real to me. So after a while, all these things just hit. I also dabbled a bit in like just doing parodies and singing over people's song and making it a more funny version of a real song. Yeah, I did all those things already, and seeing the response on it and seeing people being so drawn to it, I was like, why can't I do this for God? I mean, I don't want this to be what people remember me for, just joking around, but I could actually make an impact with the talent God has given me, and from there it just took off.
so seeing that, okay, so you came to that realization that, okay, the same talent that I'm using to do all of this, I can use to glorify God. But was there a specific point where you felt like God definitely called you? Or was it just a realization that, all of this is in vain, I should probably just do what I know that I'm supposed to do?
Many reassuring points. After I released my second song in 2014, my second ever song, which was called Better, I didn't release any music for the next 3 to 4 years. And during that period was an unsure period. I mean, I could sing. If I sing, I'll do gospel music. But when I came back and did Vessel and then Prophet more specifically, it was seeing the response of the song and seeing the audience for the song, because I did not see it reaching my friends from secondary school, reaching some people I would play basketball with, And you're not thinking that these people will internalize such a spiritual message. And seeing that, it was like, you actually creating avenues to minister to people without even having to talk. You already sang, you just do it, and every time you just play, ministering. And then the next song out of that period would have been No Bed of Roses. And that one was just like, if I thought Prophet was, reaching people, No Bed of Roses was just like, people would send me so many testimonies, paragraphs on my Facebook, Instagram, saying how much the song helped them, how much different things. And all those moments, it was just like, every time it just keeps reassuring me and like strengthening the cause, like, this is definitely what God has called me to do. So it's not any one moment, but it's repeating moments that strengthening the calling, Yeah.
So I'm going to play a section of Bed of Roses for those of you who missed it. I'm not going to play everything because we kind of started off late. But yeah, I'm going to play a part of it for those who missed it. And in the meantime, if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can drop it in the comments or put it in the question section and we'll get to it.
Yeah. Could give all you got, but life never give change. Pray all you want, the answer is still wait. Starting to doubt when life start to frustrate. But wait, don't lose your faith. Times when you're starting to lose patience. Remember the hard days when God saw you through. He was there from the start. So although they're trying to break you, it's Father God who make you. So just keep the song in your heart. So life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty in your scars. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. Your foundation steady and it's not shaking. Your bones but not breaking. Your doubt will all soon be gone. Life is hard, so hard, so hard. But hold on to God. Hold on to God. Never promise you an easy road. There are trials you must face. Never promise that the weapons wouldn't form, but all of them would fail. There'll be stumbling blocks to break you down while running in this race. But all your broken pieces, God will put it back in place. Times when you're crying on your knees, saying, oh,
Somebody said pull up. Somebody said pull up. All right. So, all right. It was Sean's a big tune. There's Edge. It's a nice song.
Could give all you got, but life never give change. Pray all you want, the answer is still wait. Starting to doubt when life start to frustrate. But wait, don't lose your faith. Times when you're starting to lose patience. Remember the hard days when God saw you through. He was there from the start. So although they're trying to break you, it's Father God who make you. So just keep the song in your heart. So life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty in your scars. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. Your foundation steady and it's not shaking. Your bones but not breaking. Your doubt will all soon be gone. Life is hard, so hard, so hard. But hold on to God. Hold on to God. Never promise you an easy road. There are trials you must face. Never promise that the weapons wouldn't form, but all of them would fail. There'll be stumbling blocks to break you down while running in this race. But all your broken pieces, God will put it back in place. Times when you're crying on your knees, saying, Father, help me please. Put an angel over me to guide my way. There'll be times you feel like giving up, but know that God is big enough. He's a listening ear to every prayer you pray. Pray. Life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty.
I'm going to stop it right there because if I have more way, I'm going to play through all of the songs. So, Attila asked, where can she download your music? Where are your music?
Spotify, yeah, all the streaming platforms, iTunes, yeah.
All right. So you have that.
And
Attila
Amazon as well.
Okay. Attila asked, how do you feel knowing God loved you so much He made you a great singer? Oh boy. Thank you, Attila. I feel really blessed. So That was Bed of Roses. No, Bed of Roses by Bj'orn Pierre. Yes, truly. For those of you who wanted to know the name of the song, I think if I were to place them in because a good amount of them are favorites. So if I were to place it like first favorite, I think this would be the first favorite. But they're all you know, I don't know if you have Bijan, I don't know if you have favorites for your different moods, like a situation. So like if you want to dance, you have a favorite for that. Or I don't know, can you relate?
Say that one more time. What happened was the car started and the Bluetooth went straight to the car, so I lost all the audio. Say it one more time.
Oh, I was asking if, so for me, I have favorites for different situations. So I have a favorite song for like dancing, when I'm in a happy mood and I want to dance, and then I probably have a favorite for when I want to meditate and just chill. I don't know if you can relate or you just have like one favorite song for everything that covers
They're like
everything.
children. I always tell people it's like children. You can't have a favorite. But I must say the song I go to the most will always be No Bed of Roses. Because it just encapsulates life on the whole. I think the rest of the songs more focus on specific situations or topics in life. But No Bed of Roses encapsulates. Sorry, it's late. I've been recording the whole day.
Right?
You know, it gathers the whole life story in one package, in one song, and yeah.
I get you.
That's
all right. So we're going to do a little game now.
Sure, go ahead.
Vishal, look at me like. So I don't know if you got to tune into any of the lives, but basically what happens is they give a word and you're going to try and freestyle to it.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be like a whole verse. It can be like 2 lines, just as far as you can get. Put it that way. So Renee ended up in trouble the last time because she gave 𝗕𝗓 𝗕𝗓. So she came back and they started off nice. So that's good. So hopefully, because you're new here and you haven't given any trouble to anybody, they'll start off nice with simple words. So guys, okay, fabulous. That's the first word.
That's a word?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One. All right, give me some seconds. All right. We're on the live. It's both of us. It's going great. It's fabulous. Everybody looking right here at us. But we're on. It's fabulous.
Hey. All right. Abby, is pick up a word? I'm not sure.
Pick up is kind of 2 words.
I don't know. That's just kind. I don't know. Tajay says glow.
Glow. Glow. Listen, Jesus Christ, you will know. If you read the word, then you go glow. If you read the word, then you go know. God come down to show his soul. Only getting some of my worst rhymes, but I try my best.
But it's not that bad. It's not as bad as you think. All right. Janelle says elevate.
You know what would help? If you give me a melody to sing it on.
No, then that would be too easy.
All right, all right. Elevate.
Yeah.
So Christmas just come, we celebrate, but it's time we elevate. This world is going down the hill. It's time we elevate. I don't even know where I'm going with this. But, you get in 2 lines. You'll get 2 lines.
All right. Abby said yes. Pick up was one of them. Pick up is like 2 words though. All right. Try pick up. I don't know how you're going to use that. But...
Pick up. All right. Listen. 1, 2. The life going real nice. Let me sit up. If my phone fall down, I'm going to pick up. Somebody...
I shouldn't have laughed. I feel like you know, continue. I'm sorry, but I was expecting that a while ago. Let me see. Guys, you realize him the itch though? Like, even though he said nice super rhymes, just the fact that he hasn't like paused in between. The only person that he went so smooth with was Chandra. Peace and then deliver.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.
I go to sing Jermaine Edwards. There's a peace.
No, you can't do that.
When I'm with you, yeah.
That doesn't count.
All right, let me go soon. Some people, when they're making bread, they use yeast. But some people like more war than peace. And even if somebody come and beg for peace, I don't even know what's going on in these streets. You're killing me. Yeah. You have been doing this for the last Lord Father.
And then the last one, I use this as the last one. Deliver.
Deliver. All right. Oh, what's that word? Just now. Deliver. I was going a bit deep there. That's why it takes so long. Just now. Deliver. Just now. It coming. It's just the melody. I need to get the melody. I don't know what melody I'm going to. Ooh, how are they going tonight? Are they good? All right, we're coming now. Deliver. Why is it sounding like I have no words to rhyme with deliver? All right, they say I have a big heart, I's a giver. I want to bring some gifts, I deliver. Some people say God is the savior. And I believe them, he's the savior. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Yeah, you set me up. You set me up tonight. You set me up. Yeah, Flavia, you set me up. Let me say it.
I mean, technically it's not wrong, but you know, my mom named me as Flavia. But if you get into the whole technicalities, technically I can't be called Flavia. Technically.
Okay. All right. Flavia.
Yeah. So I mean, so that was really good. Considered you were put on the spot. What, you freestyle better than this?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, yeah, I've been going from 10 a.m. to this very minute, non-stop.
We're soon finished, man. We're winding down. All right. So I realized that you said that it would have been easier if I gave you a melody. So question, what type of writer are you? Are you the writer that if you're given a rhythm, you write better? Or if you will put words to something and then you try and figure out the rest after the words are done?
Nah, I'm a melody first kind of guy. A good melody will always excite the writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Few times I think I write without a melody. Well, no, I have to write with a melody. I don't think I ever wrote without a melody. And a rhythm or instrumental or something makes it much easier.
I get you. Somebody said to put on the spot he deliver. I think it's continuing the freestyle.
Yeah, I try my thing.
So that was good though. I mean, considering. So so where do you see your career or ministry in, let's say, next 5 to 10 years? What is it that you hope to accomplish?
I know within that 5 years, I would like to complete my album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sooner than later. Also, I would like to see, I mean, to let the music reach as much ears as possible, you know. Whoever could, how far ever it could reach, it's always a blessing, and as I said earlier, an encouragement, and it just strengthens the cause when you can see how the music impacts others, you know. And the more people impacted is just always a blessing. So I see the music in the next 5 years crossing borders and hopefully reaching ears, even being translated into other languages. That would be nice, you know.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about that. But I don't know how mine would be translated, especially the ones that have patois in it. Like, like, okay, I probably have to turn this into standard English first.
Yeah.
Which would be strange. But that's I get you. So what advice, we spoke about advice that you were given, and I asked Renee the same thing. What advice would you give somebody on the other end?
What
Music
I would tell
ministry.
someone is everybody wants to run out and represent Christ. That's true. But you see, there's a key thing called calling. And ensure it's something you're called to do. Because if we look at, remember King Saul, he tried to help God. That's when Samuel took away, the blessing and said he would be stripped of being the king. He tried to help God. He took it upon himself. And many times and this is not just for music, this is for anything Christ related. Even sometimes we're thinking that you need to go and talk to our brother. God, you need to be called to do it first. Not ask God, seek God before you make any move, and ensure that it's in line with what He has planned for your life. Because, if somebody else who is probably not a singer works as hard as somebody who is a singer, who is called to something, they wouldn't get the same result. And they might eventually end up, cursing God and saying, God, I try to do this for you, and you're not helping me, so God is a fake, or God is a liar, or whatever, It has many aspects you can view it. So I will always say, make sure it's your calling, and seek God before, and seek God for guidance, and ensure that's what the road He wants you to go down,
Good. I think we touched on this one of the nights as well, just ensure that it's something that God has called you to do. Because if it's not, the frustration that you would get in the calling is going to be far worse if you weren't called. because
Yep.
there will be no reassurance that you should be there. So
Yep.
just ensure that whatever it is, whatever path you're taking, guys, as Bj'orn said, just ensure that God has called you to that road. Not just music ministry in general, whatever road it is that you're taking in life, ensure that that's what God has called you to do. I put it on the spot one last time. But it's not it's not that serious. Is there a song that you you say you fall back on No Better Roses, but it doesn't have to be an original. Is there a song that you fall back on in your low moments, or just in general, that you could share with us, as in sing, not just tell us the name of it? I think Joanna was going to give us the name and just leave it at that. So no, we want you to sing as well.
Oh, so you don't want the name?
You don't have to. We gonna figure out the name afterwards, I guess. But we really just want you to sing.
Listen, it's usually hymns. I love hymns.
Go ahead.
It's so funny for me to say it's a hymn that I fall back on, and why it's not coming to my head right now. All right, so here goes. Hover o'er me, Holy Spirit, bathe my trembling heart and brow. Fill me with thine hallowed presence. Come, oh come and fill me now. Fill me now, fill me now. Jesus, come and fill me now. Fill me with thine hallowed presence. Come, oh come and fill me now. Love that song. Love it. Any moment. Yeah.
We have a question here. Says, did you start out independently, or was it through a platform that you were recognized in music, like a label or something?
Well, I am independent. Yes, I am independent. What I did, I linked up with a friend of mine who is now considered my manager, and I'm part of the 10 Strings music group, you know, and that could also be another tip. Build a team around you, and you don't need to go out looking for a manager. You know, everybody, when they started saying, check my manager. No, but it is an important thing, and it's just to have somebody to deal with some of your business matters. Also, get somebody to deal with, like, help you out with your page. If you get somebody who cool with videos, you know, it's always good to build a team rather than creating new relationships every time. Try to have a foundation, you know, and yeah. Sorry, I went on motivational speaking.
That's fine. That's fine. We're all soaking it up.
Yeah, but more or less, yeah, I am independent. Yeah.
All right. So before we close, I wanted to just, oh, by the way, guys, just a reminder, on the 2nd of December, I'm going to be having my concert over on my YouTube channel, 𝗕𝗏𝘃𝗿𝗿𝗺. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Bj'orn is going to be a part of it, and you heard some of the other artists before. So make sure that you subscribe. But Bj'orn is also going to be doing a concert as well. He's going to be doing one right after, the day after mine. So go ahead, talk about it a little before we close.
Okay, so well, the concert will be, I'm doing it in my studio room. It's called Bj'orn on the Couch with Bj'orn, you know. And I just believe it's nice to do something where I could just sing all the songs and everybody could just tune in and join in and enjoy, you know. So come out. This is the day after, you know. 𝗕𝗏𝘃𝗁 is Saturday, and I will be on Sunday, right? Sunday.
I feel like I said December. Sorry.
Oh yeah, January the 3rd.
January, guys. January. I'm also tired. Today was long.
Yes. Well,
but
yeah, so feel free to join. It will be on my YouTube page. Just type in my name, Bj'orn Pierre, 𝗵𝗃𝘃𝗁𝗆𝗃𝗃𝗃. And yeah, you should see it. Friday, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. I'm not sure how the time works with Jamaica and Trinidad. We're
an hour behind. So if it's 6:30 where you are, then it would be 5:30 for us.
Okay. Well, 5:30. Tune in to the show if you're in Jamaica. If you're in Trinidad, 6:30, right? Yeah, it promises to be fun.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to allow Bj'orn to come off now because it's had a long day.
Yes.
But thank you all for joining. Thanks for being a part of our live. Those who are still here and those who joined earlier. And see you on the 2nd of January. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I said December, but if I did, I'm sorry. The 2nd of January. And on the 3rd of January, you can head over to Bj'orn's YouTube channel. He'll be having a concert as well. So you have a really fun weekend ahead of you.
Yes.
All right. Have a great night, guys. Stay safe and do take care. Thanks.
God bless all you. Later.
Bye.
Make a way. That have the final say.